Well, it's getting closer. We're in the final stretch. And I'm here actually in DC for a week. I think I put this in a short video. I'm here for 8 days doing political commentary for Al Arabi Middle Eastern TV. So I'm here. We're up on the roof, and I've done that many times in past years for other networks. This year, however, the weather's beautiful. In past years, sometimes it's really cold and windy up there. So it's still a little breezy, but anyway, this is what we're doing. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. And I have a little makeshift studio here. So I'm feeling pretty good. I had mentioned before in the shorter video that woke up to the news of the Marist poll, which has Kamala Harris up 2 to 3 points in those all important northern battleground states of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. We know that the gender gap seems to be favoring her in terms of early voting, except in the seven battleground states, except for in Nevada, where men have like a 1 point advantage, which means it's pretty much even because in the other states, it looks like women are voting. And that, of course, helps Kamala Harris. So that's the good news. And also, I think the economic news is maybe finally starting to sink in. Republicans historically always get credit for the economy, sometimes based on nothing. But there's been a lot of hype, and Donald Trump and the Republicans talk down the economy a lot. But the new economic news that we talked about in the last couple of days that has the third quarter numbers looking excellent. We know that 4 years ago, in the past 4 years in the Biden-Harris administration, there's been an 11-point improvement gain in the economy. Inflation is down. It's still there. So if people are feeling it at all, in their personal pocketbooks, but all of these other things that Biden and Harris have done is starting to help. Now, the Medicare cap on prescription drugs at $2,000 per year doesn't kick in until January, but that's going to be a game changer for a lot of seniors. And we've got the student debt relief, and we've got, $35 cap on insulin. These are things that matter. And it takes a while for those messages and that information to reach the electorate, particularly since the media isn't reporting on it, and particularly when you have Republicans out there claiming that the economy is terrible. It's not. Now, I've seen MAGA people in commentary sections say, well, it is for me. Well, or I don't believe that. Well, they don't believe it because Fox News isn't pushing it. And certainly Republicans are. I think the media needs to do a little bit of a better job of giving people the truth about the economy, because it usually polls as the number one issue for folks. But I think the numbers are starting to make sense to people. And Harris's economic plan has been endorsed by a lot of people, a lot of economists. She's been endorsed by 20, her plan has been endorsed by 23 Nobel Prize winning economists. She's been endorsed by The Economist magazine. So it's starting to sink in. And so we need to be talking, I hope she closes on the high note of talking up this economy and how we can make it even better and stay on this trajectory that she and Joe Biden have started. I think it's really important. And also with Donald Trump out there with his negativity and his racism and calling her names. And he's, by the way, wearing the Proud Boys colors. If he did it for the Joe Rogan appearance, and he did it yesterday. So he's signaling that sort of thing too. But everything with him is negative, negative, negative. We hate Puerto Ricans. We hate Haitians. We hate liberal women, or what we perceive to be liberal women who want their rights. They hate everybody except white men. And you just can't win elections that way. So I think finally, the stuff that does matter to people, the economy, democracy, restoring America, and making sure that everybody has a chance, not just, a favored few by Donald Trump, that message is very positive and uplifting. And so her closing message, her closing argument for Kamala Harris and for Democrats is one that is based on facts, based on where we are and where we're headed if we stay with her. And it's positive, it's uplifting, it's based on something real, and it's something for everyone. And you just don't get that with Donald Trump and the Republicans. Everything is negative and full of hate, and we're just this horrible country, and things are just terrible, terrible, terrible. Well, things were bad when he was president. Are we forgetting the morgue trucks lining the streets of Manhattan? Are we forgetting that he lied about COVID and knew that people were going to die? We find that out from Bob Woodward. Are we forgetting that he was telling people to inject bleach and stick magical light bulbs up their bums? This man cannot be president again. He also appears to have had a stroke. If you look at his leg dragging, we saw that when he's getting in that garbage truck for his stunt, which I think backfired. But he's clearly got health problems. And it looks like it was a stroke, and people are saying that this happened in 2019. So he's been hiding that from us. So this man on many levels is just completely incompetent. But we know he's evil. We know he wants violence. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he's been wearing the Proud Boys colors to send some kind of a message. It was actually somebody who I respect a lot that flagged that for me very early this morning because I had to get up at 5 a.m. to be here. But I'd gotten this message saying, is the media missing this? So we'll see. But I hope that not only do I hope that Kamala Harris and Democrats win, I hope she wins big so that it makes Trump and his angry, violent MAGA cultists who want to cause trouble look pretty silly. And that's why we've said all along, we got to win it big. You got to win it big to make it harder for them because they will try to cheat. They always do. They always have. Hang in there.